this video, we have a 2000 S2000 with 20,000 miles. It's getting a new convertible top, AP2 retainers and keepers, Banjo bolts, a UK mod, and I surprised George with some brand new tires for his car. This is for the Mega Me, by the way. If this video goes up, this probably has already happened. This guy came all the way from Indiana, and the good fun part is he came by the tail of the dragon on the way down here. That is a nice repair.
It is.
You can't really see it.
No, which side is it repaired on again?
It's only when you see it just flaking on the edge that you can tell which side's repaired.
Easy.
Oh, look at that. There it is. It's a nose in there. Let's just smack it. Some of the repairs are actually better than others, and some of them are not so good. But you know what? He was coming down for a top, so he's probably like, whatever. He is going to Disney. In fact, that's him right there. Hopefully he waves. So they're going to Disney. We're going to work on their car. I mean, how much better is that? We often have customers will come down, drop their car, go on a cruise, and come back and the car's ready. It's kind of like a vacation and then a surprise at the end of the vacation. Look at that, George. Got side stripes.
Yeah, the front lip too. Makes you want the front lip.
Wow. Some of the rarest things we ever see.
You don't see that stuff often at all.
AP1 lip.
So the story about the hole in the roof, it's mice damage.
Is it really?
It's a softball sized hole like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just saw it right here.
Yeah.
It's mice?
So the top was down with the tunnel cover on. Winter, and it had 3 bags of grass seed in the garage.
That sucks.
So they ate there, and they made a resort in there.
You got them all out, right? They're all... There's...
Oh, yeah, they're all gone now. But,
Wow, that sucks. All right, guys.
have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Have fun at Disney.
Bye.
So, all right, well...
I have noticed there's things in the car that I'm guessing he didn't leave for himself as well.
I don't see anything.
This says to LHT on it, so I imagine that's not for him.
No, that's probably for us.
Yeah.
Wow, that is awesome.
And usually where you keep your keys, there's another one.
Oh, that is awesome.
Some sandwiches.
Wow.
Sandwiches and coffees.
Thank you so much. That is much appreciated.
We run on this stuff.
We do.
I do.
So I ordered some tires from Tire Rack. I have a rep there and he recommended these. So we're doing this for George because he could really use some tires. And he still has a lot going on at the house. He still has a massive tree in his front yard from the last hurricane. So we're going to talk about that on another video. But I know he's going to really be excited about these new tires. This is what it looks like when you change your oil. I'm not using this as an oil commercial, but change your oil. Then you don't get that sludge buildup. Look at that. That right between the valve springs and all the way in the little valleys, everything is clean. Because you got to remember, oil will build up in there and leave residual like dirt behind, and it's like every time oil flows over it, you get more and more dirt building up in there. So that is nice to see. This is getting the retainers and keepers, but it's one of those things I just wanted to show you.
I don't feel like getting double knee replacements.
Don't hit the red car. Don't hit the red car.
I get my back fused together and then won't be able to bend over.
All right, George, these are for you. According to Mr. Tire Rack, this is the latest technology, and he said these are awesome.
According to Mr. Tire Rack?
Yeah, the guy that I talked to.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, George. You just got to put them on. You needed tires, and we wanted to take care of you.
Yeah.
That sucker is tight.
Yeah.
It's got the same kind of noise as the one that we did on Jeff's car.
Yeah, it does.
We're gonna have to let this sit for a couple of days, but this is the OEM top. Look how beautiful that is. It's one of the last convertible tops from the OEM stash that we have. I think we've got 2 more customers to do. 1 tomorrow, in fact. No, 1 on Wednesday. And I think 1 coming up in July, but that's it.
Yeah, this is
It's a
something you want
shame.
to leave up for a couple of days or a couple of weeks even.
Yeah, well, that's what Robin say for 2 weeks, because what it does, it allows this to stretch out so it isn't just pulling back and forth on that window. Obviously, Honda doesn't have a problem with the back glass pulling out, but that is a problem that the Robins have, and of course, they're trying to fix the issue. And talking to Doug, their tech, that's one of the things he said, because, I mean, feel the tightness of that. If it stretches out and then you retract it and then close it, it won't have as much tension on that back window. So let's go next on the list. I think it's retainers and keepers on this one.
Yeah, shifter's done, the retainers and keepers is last, and then if we have time to do anything else, he has some more stuff he'd like to do.
I mean, look at the driver's seat, guys. If you know anything about these cars, almost done, shifter rebuild's done, top is done, new spark plugs, even though it's only got 29,000 miles, it is 25 years old.
Yeah.
Retainers are not checked off yet because it's not back together and running. So he has a few other things on his list if we have time, which we do, because the car that was supposed to be here tomorrow is gonna be delayed a day. So we can put more things on his list. This is gonna be something to help organize this.
It's chrome and it has wheels.
Thank you. Did a good job finding this. It is chrome, it has wheels. We have extra time, so we're gonna do the jet bolts, the UK mod, an LHT battery tie, and a brake brace. A couple of other little things we're gonna throw in there, but let me show you what some of that looks like. Oil pan is already down, so this is again one of those telltale signs. If you don't change your oil regularly, you do still see it in places and it gets kind of black and sludgy, but this one looks good.
Yeah, it's a clean motor.
This is the bottom. As you see, it will give you free hair conditioner, so as you're working on it, it will drip on you. But I'll show you the jet bolts here. We did do a video on it last time, but the AP1 has 2 holes in the jet bolts. AP2s are a 4-hole, a little bit more volume and lubrication for the small end bearing and the piston. So trying to avoid getting dripped on here.
Oh, you can.
It's part of the experience, but you can see jet bolt. There it is. There's a jet bolt right there. There is one on each cylinder, so I will try and put a description in there. It actually does quite a lot for the upgraded bolt, but there's 1 in each cylinder. It's a 10mm head. You're going to take it down. It has a squirter around it, and you just basically going to change that bolt. Can I get it to focus?
You got an oil on the back side of your phone to touch the case. I think
There
you're
it
all
is.
right. You got it? Okay.
Yep. The head is noticeably different. So if you're looking in the motor, we have actually seen some 2002s and 2003s with the updated bolts. We've also seen plenty of them with the old bolt, but first glance, if the head is noticeably taller, that's the newer bolt. So as you see, this one has 2 holes in it. This one has 4 holes in it. A spring in there that holds pressure, and you can sometimes rattle these and tap on something, see if you hear it rattling, see if the spring is bad. There is a little bit of sign in there. You can see that. I think there's a ball bearing and a spring in there. You can kind of see it shining through there. Wolverine's in Top Gun?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that's why you watch it. It is the same movie, right? Yeah. That has to be cut, and then we'll try and smooth it. It's going to go in a stand, so you're not going to see it. I'm thinking this is stainless steel. I just put some tape on those little plastic caps because this thing is like razor sharp, and it's easy enough to cut myself working on stuff without cutting myself on an actual knife. In fact, I jabbed myself with it there when he first dropped it off. See that? Probably going to go red and goofy. There's a joke in here somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there. So a part of doing the UK mod is I like to refinish the mufflers and polish this part, which I'm not going to say, just in case it falls on deaf ears. Falls on deaf ears? Oh, there's
like
one here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Falls on little ears. All right. So it's going in some kind of stand, but there you go, Top Gun. We'll go ahead and put that. Actually, I'm going to go put it in the S2000 because he is picking it up at the Mega Meet, and I want to make sure we don't forget it. Nice thing. We sell a ton of these things, so this is the most awkward car to do, by the way. 04 to 05. The brake line configuration is the strangest. It sits between the lines, just as you see right here. So many people will contact me and go, hey, is it going to hurt if I bend the lines? These bend pretty easily. You're not going to hurt them unless you pinch it all the way over and flatten it. You can bend those lines to get access to that. It's not a big deal. You're not going to hurt anything. UK mod is in the middle of being done. Brake brace, George is doing right now. It needs a battery tie, and I figure if he's buying our brace and a battery tie, we'll give him a VTEC solenoid cover. It just looks a little bit nicer and it matches. Let's go ahead and make sure that is aligned. This is a fantastic product, by the way. It's actually called Wenol, but as you use it, you know, you start running out of letters. I want to use this to get in this section right here. And then the outside, I'm going to use our buffer to get it more of a mirror shine. But that, you can't get the buffer in there. And if you do put a tool in there, this has like a black powder coat or a ceramic coat. It'll rip the paint off of that. Then it'll rust. And then you lose that nice silver black contrast. So this is it. You get it from a lot of motorcycle stores. I used to use this in England, by the way. There was a product called Mother's Metal Polish, and it was like a wool. And we had this. This was a bit more aggressive, but I used to use it on my exhausts on my motorcycles a long, long time ago. Let me do one spot and I'll show you how well it works, and if it doesn't work, I'll show you the other process. So I'm going to show you the product I use. It's basically hard metal polish because the tips are chrome, which chrome is a hard metal, so it takes a little bit more abrasive material to cut through it. You don't want to sand it because it is a layer of metal on top of your metal. It's basically plated. You know, it's not solid chrome, it's chrome plated. And then use a nice buffing wheel. Doing this one-handed through the camera, so if I slip and polish my thumb, you'll know why.
Polish your thumb?
I will do.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. It's out of focus. Trust me, it looks shinier. Tell people it looks shinier than it
Oh,
is.
it's really shiny.
It's definitely shinier than that, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you when it's finished. This is the kind of stuff that you would do if it was your car. And when you would drop your car with us, that's what George and I do. We go, you know what? This is what we would do.
In between polishing our thumbs, anyway.
Yeah, well, if you polish your thumb, the thing is, your thumb don't go shiny, it goes gray.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then it don't look bad, and then all of a sudden it starts hurting. And then you realize that you've actually polished it worse than your thumb. All right, let me put two hands on it, and I'll see what it looks like. I do a much better job.
You're gonna do two hands? And
Yeah, you want to switch and do camera one, camera two?
Yeah, just if you want to redo that last thing over again.
Just keep it going. It goes more real. Don't look like
Are you still recording?
I'm recording.
All right, well,
So
I'm gonna get started here now.
Oh, iPhone 16. Oh, iPhone 16.
Yeah.
It must be nice.
Yeah. What you got there?
iPhone 15.
15? It's the same thing.
Barely limping along with this one. All right, camera two.
At 15? It's the same thing.
Barely limping along with this one. All right, camera two.
It's shinier over here.
Look how much better it looks in your camera.
Yeah.
So at that point, if you guys are watching, George and I need new phones. It was nice.
You smeared it all up. It was looking good for a second there.
It's getting worse. Should just edit this video. Let's edit to the tip finished.
Yeah. All right.
We're just going to put them on the pipes now, and they will look fantastic. Look how much better that looks. That's literally 20 minutes worth of polishing and a little bit of gray hands, and they're done. I feel like I say this a lot, but that looks so good. Put that on the screen. That just looks really, really trick with the polished tips and the nice ceramic flat mufflers.
Brand new all over again.
It really does. This is such a nice car already. Just this kind of thing just makes the difference. Look at all the bolts. Let's get a sound clip of the UK mod. I'm going to do a cold start. I'm going to stand back here so we can get a good outdoorsy sound. Always make sure it's in neutral. Leave it idling and I'll get a sound from here. That's surprising. This is on fast idle. We'll let it cool down. Okay, cool down. Then let it warm up. Then we'll burp the throttle so you can hear it. We're warmed up. Just step back here. That is surprisingly good. If you're looking for a bit more sound without being obnoxious, these don't drone at all. There's nowhere in the RPM band the UK mod drones, and you can only really hear it once you put it under load. Bring the RPMs up just lightly to like 25, 3,000 RPMs. You hear there's like no throatiness at all. So when you're cruising, you can't really hear it from the inside of the car. But then when you rev it on the load, you can hear it. You see why we do so many of them. Not to mention, you know, people like this. Look how nice that looks. This it's such a nice car. We're excited about doing this. Hopefully you are seeing our videos and kind of get our thought process about doing this stuff. We're in a tiny shop for a reason, so we don't have to sell you stuff you don't need, and we don't have to sell you stuff that we want to do for free. This one is so nice, I'm not even going to touch it, but the other one outside, the lady that was depressed about possibly giving up her car, and we talked her into keeping it. We're going to wash the engine. This engine there looks so nice. A couple of little tweaks we're going to do that we don't tell you about, and we don't even tell you that you've done them. That you've done them? We don't even tell you that we've done them.
Yeah.
When you drive away, you go, wow, it just feels a little bit better. That's what we call the LHT TLC. So somebody said, hey, I watched the last video and I didn't get a sound clip of the car, so we're going to go ahead and do that for you. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And then knowing that you can rev it because you've got the AP2 squirters in there and the AP2 retainers and keepers, this makes you feel a little bit better about it too. What do you think, guys? That's pretty mellow, a little bit more sound. It's not droney, it's not boomy, but it's also not raspy. You know what? Let me sit in the car. Let's see if I can get a sound perspective from the passenger side. Please go through brakes. See, I trust it. Good job, I trust you, George.
Yeah, right?
My wife ever tells you that I have $1 million life insurance policy, don't believe her.
I didn't know you were going to walk in front of me.
I just figured I'd test the brakes. I just want to get a sound clip from inside the car.
All right, we'll have to turn around.
Okay, let me put the window up. So I don't have a seatbelt on, so
Oh, neither do I, 'cause we're only on our little safety
just
road.
remember, I don't have a life insurance policy.
It's a little dog. Look at that
Look
thing.
at the size of that dog. That is a little dog.
I couldn't even see it on the camera.
I didn't know they made them that small. It must have just come out.
All right, well, I'm going to stop again.
Yeah, it's
It
all
is a-
bumpy over here.
And it is a 2-liter, so you got to get it up there.
Yeah. It's actually pretty quiet inside the car, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It really is, and it's funny, the AP2s have so much more like mid-range, but these, when they hit 59, 58, 59, it's like it completely wakes up.
It's not quite 360 cameras. Listen to the UK on reverse.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
it really is. You know, if this was in Australia, it would look like
The
this.
phone might correct itself.
It'd be funny if it does. If it does, I'll change it on the computer. But there it is. I'm actually quite impressed. This one is super nice. 99% of the cars that we get here are really, really nice, but once in a while there'll be one car that really stands out. This one is it. Top looks nice. The paint looks nice. He washed it before he brought it here because he even said, hey, I don't want to bring the car to you dirty. That looks so good, doesn't it? That looks so nice. Did you want to see George's t-shirt?
Turn it on the back of this one?
It's the 2024 Mega Meat shirt from December 21st, which was the coldest day of the year.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've been to the 2025 Mega Meat by the time you see this video. But there it is. Fantastic. Hopefully you stuck around for this one. It's a long video. But you know what? We're passionate about what we do, and we wanted to share it. The 3 S2000s, we had a guy come by yesterday and he said, wow, I've never seen any S2000s in so long now. I came to your shop and I've seen 3. We see like 3 on a daily basis. All right, so this one is done. He is coming to pick it up tomorrow. He has spent the week at Disney, like I mentioned. This is going to be on a separate video. This is kind of an inspiring story. I got to tell you more about it, but you're going to see this on the video. There's a lot going on with this and I'm excited about this one. For you Jackson Racing fans, we're going to show you the new bracket we've been working on for about a year now, and we've finally got it ready. This is a big problem for the Jackson Racing superchargers, this lower bracket. It's a big alignment part, and even the factory cast one has issues, so we have a much nicer, better solution. Working on parts for the Mega Meet off and on all week. This is going to be our display right here. Also, we have new foam brackets coming in. We're going to be selling these separate from the whole thing. And then look out for this. We're going to have a new strut tower bar friendly master cylinder brace. It's going to be a one-piece all billet version. Think you're going to like that. So stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, I always say this and I really mean it. Enjoy your cars.